Streaming cyberspace into your place from Five Flag Speedway. It's the Virtual Grip Network's live as it happens coverage of the Premier Racing Setup 150, the third round of the Triple Bypass ARCA Series Season 9. Okay, folks, 3 weeks ago, this season opened at Richmond, where Tyler Merritt patiently followed Alan Kunman and Chad Winstead for the first third of the race before grabbing the lead and driving away for the win. 1 week later, the series went to Daytona. 9 different drivers picked up bonus points for leading a lap. Stephen McClendon, well, he led the most, but in the end, pole sitter Sean Brady earned the win. Now, because Brady missed the season opener, a 6th place at Daytona, well, that was enough for Merritt to keep that points lead thanks to his Richmond win. After a week off for Labor Day, the schedule makers brings us the series here that we come tonight to our first short track. Can Merritt do enough to keep his points lead? Can Brady make it 2 in a row, or will a new name be added to the list of winners? To find out, pull the lever on the lazy boy and settle in for the excitement of some simulator ARCA car racing that's about to stream your way. A warm Sunshine State, hello and welcome on this Tuesday night, September 9th, 2025. Josh Granny Hips Buckley joins yours truly, Bill Soups on, hype in the VGN broadcast booth to bring you our Word's Eye view. Turning the knobs, pushing the sliders, it's replay with Brian Seneker. No, it's not. It's the boss man, Lowell Jewell. All right, Josh, the opening round at Richmond was an impressively clean, really good clean race. Daytona, not so much. With the extra car mulligan in the rules package and the short track racing by nature being difficult, do you share my concern that this race might serve up to a little extra slice of yellow flag pie?
I think we're going to have a lot of fun racing here. Just talking to some of these guys, this is normally what they do, so they seem pretty comfortable with it. So I'm excited to see some good short track racing. Obviously, you'll see some bumping and banging, but I don't know how crazy it'll get. That's always the great thing about short track racing. You never know what you get until you get into it. So here at Five Flags, a great track to be at. I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay, looks like qualifying is done if I'm reading the new layout correctly. So I guess we're going to go right to the grid right now. Is that what we're doing, Director? Help me on this one. We're going to have it up there. All right, so on the pole, it's going to be very important here. It is Adam Ring Around the Bosey. He's going to be flanked by Alan Kunman.
Starting in third is going to be Brad Kress, and his outside is Mark Hertzog.
Row 3 is populated by Caleb Brown and Jeff Slaughter.
Starting in seventh is going to be Chad Winstead. To the outside is going to be Sid Kashishian.
9th and 10th, we've got Curtis Mitchell and Justin Baxter.
And 11th is going to be Al Corey, and to his outside, Nicholas Deal.
In the biggest of the spot, it's Mark Gerald with Matt Harmon outside of him. Go down. There we go. We're going to flip it on over there, and we'll get the rest of these for you.
Starting in 15th, we got Dylan Freeman. The outside, Adam Shaw.
And we're looking there at Donald Ristow down there in the 18th position. 19th is Stephen Clinton.
20th is going to be James Honeycutt and Ward Fisher in 21st.
21 drivers here tonight. Hidden Blackjack. Well, that's going to be Ward Fisher. Glad you are with us. Rad number 3. We should have a good one. We have points for you. We'll run those down. If the series slows down and we have ourselves a yellow flag, we'll go through and run down your season points for you. Actually, it's a short track here. We'll probably go around 2 laps. Rick, can we go ahead and bring up the points, and I'll walk you through those real quick. Hopefully they'll actually do a pace lap and then a parade lap preceding it. Tyler Merrill won the Richmond to open the season. You know, in Texas Hold'em, they call them sailboats. It's a pair of fourths finishes for Steve McClendon. At Daytona, Brad Kress was the bridesmaid. Sean Brady, 17th in the points, won the award winning field. Adam Kunman follows up the second, opened the season with a disappointing 15th for round 2. Matthew Harmon is hoping for his first top 5 tonight. Adam Ring Around the Posey, he's on the pole. He should be good. He's looking to bounce back from a disastrous 19th. Then you got Terry Brooks, Mark Harmon, Justin Baxter, and James Honeycutt. All those drivers looking to lead their first lap of the season. All right, good day to go racing here. The perfectly mesmerizing Josie Kirkland pulls the pace car down in. You know what to do. Gather at the chicken sink, cover on the gas when the horses are out. Alan Cutman on the outside, trying to make it work. On the inside, fighting really hard, is Adam Ring Around the Bosey. Bosey on the inside, coming on the outside. They go through 3 and 4 like Ciala's bathtubs. Coming out of the final corner, it's a drag race to the line. Who's going to get credit with leading the opening round here on the virtual Grip Network? It is going to go to Cutman, but it's not over yet. What good racing here at Five Flags.
Yeah, some great racing side by side here to start. It looks like the front 2 got away really quick, but it's still side by side here.
Man, oh man, they were great in qualifying, and they're putting on quite a show. in the popcorn position with butter on his racing gloves, watching the show, is Brad Kress. Back behind him, big gap between the front two and Kress. I wonder if Kress is leaving that gap there just because he's not sure how it's going to work out. Finally, a great drive off of 4. Is Cummins going to be able to clear it? No, not yet. The 83 fighting back, making it work for it. Finally, Bossy's going to have to give it up. I think. No, I'm going to spot for you. Alan, you're clear. No, you're not anymore. They come across the line. Now you're clear. Get down there. Close the door and take that first place. I'm not sure if he wants that inside line.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants it either. He definitely seems more content the line he's running right here. Now that he finally clears, and see if he's going to get down in line here, and it looks like he's going to square away with the lead.
Good job. He just wanted to make sure he didn't trust the lead commentator announcing for him. There's a lot of these guys who are listening to the broadcast and get some advice from us. I don't think that's happening. We talked about the front 3, rounding out your top 5. It's Caleb Brown in 4th, and Mark Hertzog, number 57. You know, every time I see Mark Hertzog race, he's in the in-and-out machine. I don't know what he's got on his car this time. Let's look at that number 57. Am I looking at the same thing you guys are?
Yeah, I got in and out on my end.
Oh, okay. That's something. Well, trading paint's not working for me. That's what it is. Clean so far.
You had to say so.
Oh, no, we're good. I watched these boys. Great coverage from the guys on Primetime Racing League when they covered the first round. Very good production, very good show. Up, and we get a caution. I think it might involve the 38 of this one. No, it's the 316. I'm sorry, it's the 316. Curtis Mitchell.
Yeah, it looks like just a big bobble trying to get in the car in front of him, and just a big check up there, and then that car coming in there just kind of nowhere to go at the last second.
That was Justin Baxter, who had to back off a little bit. I think he was worried about getting into Jeff Slaughter, so he backed off a little bit, and then that caused the big pileup. Could have been worse. We have one spinning in the middle and amongst it like that early on. We avoided one. I just want to go ahead and give a shout out to our friends at Primetime Racing TV. They did a great job of covering the Richmond race. I enjoyed the broadcast very much. Virtual Grip Network, we're going to be around for a handful of races this season. What's most important on your calendar, we get the last 2, the penultimate and then the season finale. That'll be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to those races. I think they're going to be pretty good. And so exciting so far, seeing how these guys have been able to run around and obviously trying to get in line early for a lot of these guys. So I'd be curious to see the tire wear. I think is going to really come into play here. There's only one extra set of tires for these guys, so it's definitely going to be saving your stuff as much as you can and have something at the end.
Let's give a little screen time love to Donald Ristow, car number 25, currently racing in 18th position. Why do we got 14th position? Apologies. Started 18th. Why do we care about him? Well, he's our big mover, up 4 spots. Passing is rough here. 150 laps on tap. They get a, what we are going to call an extra car. If you run into trouble, you get a free one of those.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come into play if you get caught into something early, like a couple of those guys were. It's definitely easy to, go back on pit road, get your new car, get back out there. But this early in a race, then you start being a little nervous racing around people. Hopefully you don't get caught in another one at your night. All right,
Granny Hip, let's assume you've done a lot of racing and probably spent your time on 5 slags. Tire stop a possibility here?
Judging on the tire wear that everyone was talking about, the laps I put down before this race, I definitely think you're going to be looking for tires.
That'll be fun, 150 laps. So let's see when they change it. All right, we're going green again.
It's a great jump by the leader there.
Indeed, Cudman out in front. It's been the same 2 guys up front. Bossy right behind him. 9 of Kress, and then Hertzog. The first 2 wide battle on the inside back there, losing momentum of Jeff Slaughter. I think the 17 car on the outside, but Caleb Brown may win this one. I haven't decided yet what's the preferred line. Let's see who wins it right now. Back there again, watching the show, is Chad Winstead. Now, he was really good in the season opener that I got to watch at Richmond. The 97 back there looking for a way around. Different tracks, different strokes for different folks. I don't think the 97 not quite as competitive as he was in round 1. Boy, this battle continues there. Good Slaughter.
Yeah, really impressed. I'm watching this one to see if the top lane prevails again, just because I'm curious if that's really going to be the way this race goes down the stretch, especially as the tires wear in here.
I know they're having fun, but this is tire equity that they may want later on in the race. They continue to race side by side, and in the meantime, lose in touch with Hertzog.
Yeah, definitely, as you say it there, being too wide for as long as you can, it's just going to do nothing but heat up these tires and wear them out, and it's going to be when you need them later in the run, it's going to be there to find out what's that.
Josh, who do you think's paying a higher price here? The guy on the inside or the guy on the outside?
Equal. I'd say it's about equal. I'm concerned for both of them, because the 88 is definitely trying to get what he can from on the bottom. He's probably turning the wheel more, and the 17 definitely just higher in general normally wears out the tires a little quicker, so it'll be interesting to see once this pans out here.
My goodness, I like to call it Cialis bathtubs. These guys are racing side by side, very romantic. They've been in the tub so long, their skin's pruning up. They are still side by side as they come across the line. iRacing is going to give credit for being ahead that time to Brown. Now Brown gets a good drive off.
I'm curious to see now as you got the 97 looking to the outside. Looks like he's going to try to follow here.
Like you're going to the bank, getting really loose on the inside now is Slaughter. I think he's really struggling. You go to the bank and you wonder which teller's going to be the fastest. Who wants to get their money in quarters? You decide which teller you want to go to. Winstead decides the outside line is going to be faster. And now Slaughter gets pushed up there. Let's stay on this battle a little bit. Now the 45 comes in. That's Al Corey.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he really wanted to get to the outside there, seeing how he was getting passed by a few cars, if he just kind of worn out his stuff being on the bottom there.
I'd like to show you all the racing, but right now, this is where the action is. We'll get you around to the other guys. I think you might be onto something there, Brady. I think Slaughter, I don't think he liked the inside line. I think he intentionally went out there. I think he's feeling better. And look how he's performing better against Al Corey now. He's going to close the door. Outside line might be the preferred line. You know, if we get a caution flag, we'll dial up one of the guys and talk to him and see what's the racing line right now. The 45 Corey stuck on the inside. And look at this. Now the outside ultimately thinking that's the way to go. It's Justin Baxter. He's thinking maybe I'll go up there as well. Bring the 92 and Nicholas Deal with him.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the outside might be a little bit on the preferred line just because you get a little more room, which you can do. As you see a car behind him get loose and hit the outside wall. That is going to bring out our caution, it looks like.
And the caution comes out. 92 of Nicholas Deal. Not a good deal for him. Boy, he was trying to keep a nice inside line in the really late in the corner to get to turn, and then he gets collected by Risto. We talked about Risto having a great run, one of the big movers.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Just looks like he lost it there. I don't know if he touched the outside wall, and then just trying to get it woed down and locked it down, and just unfortunate some cars with nowhere to go.
I'm actually not able to see who we can pull up. I'm just going to turn over to our director. He can just pull in whoever we likes, and just tell me who we got, director. We'll talk to Caleb Brown. Caleb, it's Soup up here in the booth. Do you have a copy? Were you expected to talk to us, and can you talk to us?
Got you loud and clear.
All right, well, we want to know, what's the preferred line, the inside or the outside? We can't make up our mind watching from up here.
I feel like it's the inside. You kind of come down there recently. I feel like the inside line's better.
How you feeling about what you got?
I feel pretty good. There's some fast guys up in front. We'll see what we have.
Get you out of here on this one. Is a pit stop for tires? Is that something that's in the cards? Or are you going to try to go the whole distance on the same 4 tires?
We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm not feeling too much tire wear right now, but you never know.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thanks.
Good interview. As we get to know these guys, I can't wait to talk to you more and bring them. Not only will they tell us about the race, but they'll also tell us a little bit about themselves.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see in that play he's talking about if he does have a plan to, you know, maybe just stay out on tires for this whole race. I would think personally, at least halfway through this race, I'd be coming for a set. But you might be surprised if passing gets that difficult. You know, you might be able to stay out and, you know, steal one.
It is indeed, and of course there's always the, if you're in the back, it's an opportunity to pick up some track position, but it'll cost you. And if you're in the front, you're always worried, man, if I come in, how many people are going to stay out? You know, I live in the back of that. All right, well, leading the entire time so far has been Alec Cunliffe. We'll see if he can do it again. He's getting a little bit of a help. Number 9 there, Brad Kress says, let's go. Great jump from the leader. It's out there. Now Kress on the inside, working inside of Bossy. Let's see if the outside line, from what we just heard from Brown, he said he likes the inside line. Let's see if that's the case. Hertzog's on the outside. He likes it up top. The 17 of Brown, we just talked to him. Caleb got a little bit loose, I think. He said he likes the inside, but not when I'm watching. And the 9 gets loose in front of Brown as well. I think it's a little riskier down there. That's Kress who loses momentum. It might be faster, but I don't know if it's the safest way to race this thing.
Yeah, definitely looking loose under braking in the corner there, so it definitely wasn't feeling the way it was before for him, but it just might be trying to get the temperature back up to the tires.
Okay. Josh, is there braking, you think, in this ARCA car on this short track? It's not just to roll it in and get off the car when you think you touch the brake?
The way I'm looking at these cars and the laps that I put in, you're definitely on the brake. You're kind of throwing the car in there, not like terrible, but you're throwing the car to try to give it as much speed as you can, you know, and then at least drag the brake to slow it down just enough before you're back on the throttle and taking off.
Look at this camera shot we got, as if you're sitting in the stands. There they are, away from you. I need a pair of binoculars here, and then they're coming back at you. Man, that is good. There are some really nice paint schemes in this series.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking they were just going to be content to single file out. I was looking around, everyone's pretty much single file, and now Brown looks like he's trying to stick to the outside there. I'm not sure if it's going to work this far back, but it looks like he's going to get it stuck there.
That's the first down there. Brown on the outside. Kress ahead of him. Started in third, lost a couple spots so far. I don't like the inside. I like the outside. Jeff Slaughter's down there. Let's watch the 88. He's now pinned underneath. I just see these guys getting loose on corner exit on the inside line and lose momentum. Slaughter surrenders Casper as they come out of fourth. So, Sue, who's the big mover? Well, let's go back and look at Ward Fisher. Up 9 spots. He's racing in 12th right now. Somebody to watch. He's got plenty of time to get there. The guy in front of him, Dylan Freeman. Once Fisher can get around Freeman, got a little bit of ways to go before he gets up to Shepian.
Yeah, I was talking with Freeman before the race, just one of the guys just in the session chat with him. He felt pretty good about tonight. I wasn't sure if he'd have a ton of speed, but he thought he was going to have a good car, so I'm excited to see how he's going to do here.
Oh my goodness, we get on Fisher, and now he is he's struggling now. Matt Harmon rolling the top side, bringing in the 51. That's Steve McClendon. McClendon had some good showings, sitting up in the points. Right now, buried 14th spot. Oh, I thought they were going to get together and then get it worked out. I thought Fisher was going around.
You can definitely see he's struggling with that car right now, getting in the walls there. He's not on the field.
Thought it was making a big move, but since we put some focus on him, he's lost 2 spots. Did not mention anything up front there, just running nice nose to tail. Let's look at a battle here for, I think, would be 5th position. It is actually for 4th position, and Kress just got it back as he worked underneath Winstead. Brown seems to have it sorted out. Out there, careful! Oh my goodness, we were looking at Brown, the 88 of Slaughter, almost got into him. Good job of them checking up behind. Corey did a good job of the 45.
Yeah, you definitely tell they're on the brakes here going into this corner. So definitely brake usage in this one. It thinks about 3 wide, thinks better of it, almost gets hurt.
Oh my goodness.
I know it looks very tempting, but 3 wide here is a little difficult, especially on exit.
That was Casessia looking like he wanted it, and they're struggling on the wall up there with Slaughter. Oh my goodness, this is where the yellow flag is brewing here. They get it sorted out. Baxter fighting back. Slaughter on top, Baxter underneath. They give each other plenty of room.
Yeah, I think this white Slaughter is very content in trying to stay in that outside lane. He knows he's pretty much going to be good if he stays out there. So probably a smart move at this point.
All right, let me make a confession. Whenever I start a new series and I see the rule package has what I like to call a fast repair or a free car, I hate that because I always feel like the drivers can race without fear of their day being over. Tip of the hat to these guys for putting on a good show.
Oh, absolutely. You can get a bunch of guys in the session where they just go and they send it like nothing matters, and they got that fast repair in their back pocket. These guys definitely showing a ton of respect out here. Obviously, wrecks do happen. It is racing, especially short track racing, but they're doing a great job right now.
That said, might be a little easier to keep the car pointed in the right direction when you're on good rubber. We've been out there for a long time. 50 laps on the same set of tires.
Yeah, the thing is, we're not even halfway in, so we're going to see how this goes for another 25 laps.
As a back marker with blue card love to car number 92, Nicholas Deal. We saw Deal in trouble earlier. Doing a good job racing up top, letting them all go underneath you. Not sure where he hails from, but when he goes to his local chapter of the Back Markers United meeting, let's make sure he gets a seat up front, the good chairs, give him some of the fresh coffee, and not one of those stale donuts. Give him one of those apple bear claws. Those are good. Nice job there, Nicholas Deal. Granny Hips, as a back marker, that's not as easy to do as you think. I already don't have the talent to race with these guys, and now you're asking me to race a racing line I'm not familiar with. And it's also dirty up there. Scary.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it can definitely get scary. And, the biggest thing, if you're looking in your rear view, one thing that iRacing does have that, in real chat you don't really get unless you have a spotter telling you is you can key up in the race chat and ask the leaders that are coming, where do you want me? Do you want me low? Do you want me high? Just to try to stay out of the leader's way if you're being respectful enough. Obviously, if you're going the first lap down, you might fight them a little bit, but just getting an idea of the communication you can have in iRacing to just be like, hey, I'd like to go high or low, or I'd like you to go high or low. It's definitely an advantage. But when you're high like that, you try to get a little bit out of that groove, you get those marbles. Once that's on the tire, good luck, because there is no grip.
The director read my mind with this camera shot right now, because the story of the race, I think now, unless he's just minding the gap, but I think that Adam Bosey is beginning to make a run here. He's fast. He's your pole sitter. He's been racing up front, so the front two guys, Adam ringing around the Bosey, he started on the pole. Alan Cunman was outside of him.
Yeah, I would basically just be riding here if I was either of them. Still plenty of racing to go. I don't know in the back of their mind they plan to pit or not if we do get a caution. But you're just, logging laps at this point where, almost halfway through the race. You're just content where you are, being up towards the front of the field, and just try to keep the car clean and keep it going without burning the rubber up too much.
So I bet you're asking me right now, Soup, who do we need to watch? Who's coming? Car number 51, Steve McClendon, right now racing in 11th position. He is up a ton of spots. Let me do the math for you. How many is he up? Started in 19th. Racing in 11th. Carry the one. I think that's 8 spots. He's got a little bit of a gap before he gets to the next race.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job, just picking the battles right now. Still, like I said earlier, there's still plenty of time, not even halfway through. So just trying to get the kind of deal, obviously, big gap for them. So just log laps, don't, push it too hard right now because you got all that room in front of you, just one lap at a time, and just try to pick off the lap times a little bit. Hopefully you can get them.
Talk about minding your P's and Q's. I'll tell you, with some guys who have P's and Q's all over the place, scattered. And it's the cars we're watching right now. Car number 45, who's been really aggressive. That's Al Corey. He's been working on the back of Caleb Brown for many, many laps. And now, up front, the race for second. And you know, it was just a little while ago, we were riding on the back, looking at it from Kunman. And we were thinking that maybe Bossy was coming. That's not the case. It is Mark Hertzog. Hertzog, yet to lead a lap this season, sitting in the top 10 in points.
Yeah, I'm curious to see right now with Hertzog on the bottom, which line's going to prevail now that we've gotten a little bit of green flag right here. You see definitely the outside's working on exit.
We're looking at the view from the guys behind. That is Brad Kress. The yellow car underneath is Hertzog. Car up on top, the 83. Bossy, a progressive pole sitter. And again, it's not only a battle between the two drivers, it's a battle between the two racing lines.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can see it looks like the top lane is more of the preferred with the gassing right now. Everything's getting, you know, the cars are getting tighter as the tires wear, and it's just the outside lane, it kind of cuts off that inside from getting, you know, the best speed available on exit there. So it's definitely able to get the better speed and just drive right off the corner.
I should have checked to see if the rules package, and I apologize, I'll do better next time, whether they are racing on a full tank. Now, the season opener they were, and I imagine the package is the same for every race. So 150 laps, full tank in one of these ARCA cars. I don't know how far you can get, but I think you can get close.
I do believe in practice, I did hear him talking about they didn't seem concerned about fuel. So I think they're going to be good, but they were talking about tires, but I didn't hear anybody say whether they plan to take them or not.
Look at that battle. Hertzog trying as he can.
I'm
Okay.
telling you right now, if I'm the leader right now, I'm loving what I'm seeing in my rear view. It seems like the gap's getting bigger and you're seeing cars side by side. That's exactly what the leader wants to see.
All right, Josh, I have called a lot of modified races where the drivers consistently tell me you can abuse the tires, they can get mad at you, it's all about tire heat, then you can be nice to them and they will come back to you and it's not so bad. Then I've done some late model races where they say, no, you know, once you get there, once you use them up, they don't come back to you. You got to be careful to save your stuff to the very end. What do you think's going on right now? This has got to be, these guys have got to be playing a price long term for what they're doing.
You have a caution.
Oh, I think it's the GIF machine, the 81. Marco Gerald. Mark Gerald. Don't think he hits anything. Is it all just his doing?
Oh yeah, looks like he just he was expecting to be able to get the bottom from the car in front of him, and at the last second he came down and he just jabbed the brakes and it just lost it.
All right. Is it pit stop time? The leader says yes. They pit from 1, they pit from 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody coming in. Come on, somebody stay out there.
Nope, that's going to be a lap down car that's going to be taking it there. I thought.
Oh, I am so discouraged by these guys. Another lap down cars. All the cars that were lap down stay out.
Yeah, it's kind of a gamble right now, especially how long. I'm not sure exactly how many laps you put under green right there, but it could be a gamble if you don't get a green flag, or the rest of the race is green flag, and you're the one guy that didn't take tires here. So I think they're just, everybody's playing it safe.
But mom and dad, the boy and girl, the wife, the girlfriend, they're all watching. A chance for you to get a little bit of screen time. You're stuck in the back. Let Soup and Granny Hips talk about you, but no, everybody's going to play it safe. It's all follow the leader. But now, maybe somebody only took 2. Maybe Hertzog only took 2 tires. This could be a possibility. Let's dial up Mark Hertzog and talk to him. We're going to find, of course, Mark racing in the internet. Mark's not here. I was promised something, folks. That's not on me. Let's blame my boss, old Jewel.
Anyway, to get back to what you were asking before the caution came out, yes, these are going to be more like the late model than the modified. Once you use these tires, you use them up. There's no trying to cool them off and get them back, really. So that's why you just got to be smart with what you have. You know, now we're past the halfway point, so this is pretty much it. You know, you made your bed here, and just got to go see what happens.
Wave around for Jared and Stowe. Okay, Hertzog, first out of pit lane. We think on 2 tires. Let's see what he can do on the inside. This is big. He gets the jump. For the first time today, Alan Cunningham does not lead a lap. Hertzog looks very good as he's going to drift up front and close the door on the number 3. Now he tucks down, stuck out on the top side is coming. The 83 looking to get underneath. This is Bossy. I don't know if Bossy wants to be down there or not. New tires, it's a different story.
Yeah, so far he's looking good if he's on the 2 tires right there. I was curious if the 3 was going to be able to sail it in around the Hertzog's outside there, but it looks like he's able to drive off. Oh, as the 83 gets loose under the 3, and that's going to bring out another caution.
There you go. Racing up front, he was working hard. I don't think he liked the inside lane.
Yeah, it looks like just another one of those trying to get good speed off the corner. He's getting tight, doesn't want to get into the 3, and just cranks the wheel left to try to avoid contact. And it looks like everybody else did a good job of missing him.
Well, we were clean for so long, but you know what they say about cautions? Cautions breed cautions, which is why VGN recommends that you get your yellow flag spayed and neutered. VGN cares. Well, with another caution there, the producers has given yours truly some trivia for you all, just in case we have a rush of yellow flags. So I'm going to give it to you. I'm not going to give the answer till later. Granny Hips, pay attention. I don't want you to give the answer, but I'm going to come to you first, okay?
Okay.
5 flags is called 5 flags because of the 5 national governments who have controlled this area over various times in history. Now, I'm going to give you one of them. The United States, the old Stars and Stripes, one of the flags that are up there. You guys watching in the YouTube chat, go ahead and post your answer. What's the other 4 nations that have had flags here? You know what? I'm a good guy. I'm going to give you a few more of them. I'm going to give you a few more because there's really France, Spain, and Britain. So now, how nice am I? I've given you 4 of the 5 nations. All you got to do is get the 5th nation that has had some type of governmental authority here in Flag Florida. Glad you were with us as we are in Pensacola.
I'm curious to see on this next restart with the leader being able to go when he wants. I want to see if that 3 can sail it on the outside and stay to the outside of Hertzog here.
Lights are off the pace car, so we'll see it this time around. They do not get to choose here. They have to take the inside line, but I guess that's probably the line that Hertzog would have taken anyway. You would think with the in-and-out sponsor, it'd be a tough decision. Whether it would be in or out. It's decided for you. All right, going green, working lap number 85. Good start from Hertzog. Now this time Cunman doesn't have Bossy in there to give him a hard time. Instead, it is Chad Winstead. He takes over 3rd. Winstead has been strong all season, looking for another good points finish here tonight.
Really impressed with how quickly those top 5 just single filed out.
And of course, I said tonight clearly it's daytime here in Pensacola. In fact, it's 4:33 in the afternoon. A beautiful September. Hertzog out in front, doing his very best, making that car as wide as a Julia Roberts spile right now. Racing like a $3 bill, hard to pass. We've jumped you around a lot. We're going to stay on the leaders right now because this is where the action is. This is where the story is being told.
Yeah, you can see the 3. It looks like he's just really trying to set up Hertzog here, trying to figure out how he wants to make this pass. He knows he's got a little better speed. He's definitely rolling the cone out in the middle a little bit better. He's just trying to figure out what he wants to do right here.
Oh, I think the 57 right now. Oh, covering the inside like wall-to-wall carpet gets a little bit of a hello. 3. Cunman wants to do it on the inside. He does not want to go around the top. And the 3 gets loose and loses about 2 car lengths, but he'll get it right back.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely a little loose on exit there, which, could play good for him in the long run once he the inside was too much for him burning that up.
Okay, Josh, let's assume that Hertzog only took 2 and Cunman took 4. Is there a point farther down the road here where if Hertzog can hold him off, it's going to level off and maybe that 2-tire change is not going to be such a big disadvantage, or do you think it's always going to be a disadvantage at the end?
I'm not extremely familiar using 2 tires in the ARCA car, especially the new ARCA car. I would think with the way it's looking, if you can kind of block both lanes, because the way it was looking, it's kind of that middle to higher lanes working later in the run. If you can kind of keep them behind you, you might be able to hold it off, but that is a lot of laps right now. What is it, 57 laps roughly that you have to hold them off. With a guy like the 3 and the speed he's at all night, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that.
And I know that Alan Cunman's grandmother is watching, and she doesn't know a whole lot about racing or sim racing. So just to be clear, Granny, Hertzog is indeed racing on 4 tires. This is he changed 2 of them. So 2 of them are new, 2 of them is on the entire race. Good battle behind them. Let's drop back. Let's look at Winstead and Kress. Winstead is up 4 positions from where he started. Boy, that's a great shot right there. You can see the whole thing. Look at those. There's all 4 cars that they go right on you right now. There are 2 battles to watch. It's Cunman working on the back of Hertzog, and it's Kress working on the back of Winstead. I think the faster of those 4 cars might be racing in 2nd and 4th right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying not to push the envelope right now. Still plenty of racing to go, so try to save your stuff, run where you are, and just gonna have something there at the end.
If they'll behave, let's quickly look back at the car that I think we gotta watch. And that is Steve McClendon. If it plays out right, he's up 10 positions. And he's got a smorgasbord of cars to put on his plate and then dine on. Baxter, Corey, Slaughter, Brown, all there for the taking.
Yeah, last time we followed up with him, I believe he was 11, so now he doesn't have the giant gap in front of him like he did earlier. So now it's kind of go time, but maybe not yet. But just if we can get a couple passes done here, definitely take it.
Let's go back up front because the plot has thickened. I think he is the cork in the In-N-Out milkshake right now. If that is possible, we're talking about Mark Hertzog. Because not only is Cunman on him now, but he's brought Winstead and Kress with him. It's a partie de four.
I did notice it looks like we might have a little bit of cloud cover on the track, a little, and now the sun looks like it might be coming out. That might help with these cars too.
Right now, Hertzog, he needs it to be overcast so he can save those tires. Out there working hard. Covering the inside, not leaving that outside. I mean, not leaving the inside open, making, if he's going to pass. What he is right now, he's saying to Alan Cunman, put on the reggae music. If you're going to pass me, you're going to have to do it high. The 57 goes down in there, keeps it right down, not right on the line, but too hard in for the number 3 to get underneath him. Good drive off the 4. Just not enough to get there, and the laps continue to tick away.
Yeah, you saw the 9 just get under the 97 there for 3rd place. Looks like the 97 just kind of let him go, so.
This is interesting, too. Watch the racing line that the 3 is taking. You come in here, and he drifts way up. He's not going to do it this time because it didn't work for him. He's trying just to do it the old school way, just power his way down low. The last couple times I've watched him kind of diamond the corner where he drifts it up high, then tries to get a good drive off. But now it's a little different because now Cunman can't be experimenting like he was before because you got to watch out about Brad Kress.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to make a big mistake here because with the car right behind you, it's not going to take long for him to make that pass. So you want to be smart and try to do what you can do to gain a position, but you don't want to lose it by over.
Oh, not a good day for Chevy. It's the top four. Toyota and Ford. Let me tell you a guy who is having a good day. Just checking on the 51 again. Steve McClendon. Racing now in 8th. It won't be long, I think, till we get Slaughter and Corey. Then a timely yellow flag. Maybe the fastest car on the track can race up there with the guys who are up front. Mark Hertzog proven that it's nice to be fast, but it's good to be strategic. A 2-tire change, we think, gets him to the front. And I'll tell you right now, unless Cunman is just waiting and biding his time, he looks to be much less aggressive on the 57 than he was a few laps before. Perhaps it's the pressure of having Kress behind him.
Yeah, I think that definitely has something to do with it, and I think the other thing is as well, it looks like Mark's really trying to defend that letting the guy get on the outside of him, so I think that is the play. He's just trying to figure out where he can get the best run. And say that when we get a caution.
Oh, and it was a timely caution for Hertzog. He had a horrible exit off of 2, and I think he was cooked. Cunman was going to get him. With that said, we're looking for the caution. I haven't found it. Oh, our director have. Who we got there, director? Oh, it's Fisher again.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more of that on exit. You know, 2 cars leaning on each other. He's probably cranking the wheel a little bit to try to stay off the car on the outside, and it just goes around on him.
So Ward puts it on the inside and then bangs it on the wall. Don't worry, Ward. Go in there and get yourself a new car. Wait a minute, folks, now. Maybe there's somebody who didn't take tires is going to come down now. Did everyone take tires? They only get 1 set. Well, they get 1 set in the pits. They have 2 sets. The ones that are on their tire again for Randy Cunman there. They start with a set of tires and they get 1 in the pits to change them. I wonder, this may be stupid thinking, can Hertzog come in? Will iRacing let him put his left sides on the right side? No, I guess he can.
No, you can put your left sides on, but that's definitely not going to do you any good now. Now, what I'd be curious here, being, you know, a big short track guy as I am, you saw the 3 of Cunman, you know, start to think about it a little bit. You know, he's got that bumper he can use. With the lap starting to wind down, is he going to get a little more aggressive, maybe use that bumper to maybe move that leader out of the way for him? I'm not saying he's going to wreck him, but just get him a little loose, drift him up the track a little bit, and sail on by.
Oh, the VGS social media is exploding with all the answers to the trivia question coming in. I'll tell you right now, most of you are wrong. We do have 1 correct answer. It's Mary from West Covina in California. She has the right answer. The 5 nations that have ruled here in Pensacola, we call this track 5 flags, the United States, France, Spain, Great Britain, and the 5th flag that flew over, the Confederate flag, when there was a Civil War. So there you have it. Congratulations, Mary. Well done. BGN, we like to entertain and also educate here. Pace car is in. Oh, a little bit of a hurt jump there from coming. I think he backed off, making sure he didn't want to get the black flag. And so Hertzog gets the best of it. Now, the 3 is stuck on the outside. Again, we said if that's where you're going to pass me, you're going to have to do it up there. Let's see if the 57 can do anything. Look at the 3, trying to pin the 57 down there. Hertzog with a great drive off of 4 with the momentum to the top. He can't finish the pass, but at least gets front with a lap. And and that's the top side to Alan Cummins. Again, they're side by side one more time. Out of two. You got to think eventually that the new tires of the three are going to pay off. Hertzog doing everything he can. They are also side by side behind him. We'll cover that in a minute. Look at this. They almost touch. A little bumping and banging, and they finally get it sorted out. Now let's see if the three is going to close the door. He does not. Good drive off for Hertzog underneath. Finally, it's done. New leader, old leader, Alan Cummins.
Yeah, that was a great fight there. I think it was just a little bit of hesitancy on Hertzog there on the start there. Like a green flag came out and it just kind of waited a second. I'm not sure. But you know, having Cummins to the outside, that was the last thing he wanted there on that restart. And obviously, paid for it.
Okay, so between Cummins and Hertzog, the outside line prevailed and Cummins won. Between the battle behind them of Winstead and Kress, the inside line prevails as Kress gets that one. Winstead now racing back in fourth position. Where's the man to watch, you may be asking? Car number 51. There he is, Steve McClendon on the inside, working now on the 17 of Caleb Brown. He's coming. Does he have enough time to get there? Are there too many cars between him and the lead? Getting loose as the 51. He's going to have to surrender that spot and tuck into 7th. Wait, don't force the issue there, Steve. Attaboy.
But I am noticing too, just behind them, you see the 83 going back to the picture. He's going to have anything here after that stint.
Racing well up front as far as back. Glad you were with us. Let's run down the top 5 for you. Alan Cummins, Mark Hertzog, Brad Kress now racing in 3rd. Chad Winstead coming out in 4th. Of course, good place to hang out. Florida, famous for the hanging Chad. And then you go back to 5th, Al Corey. There's the action again, Steve McClinton. He got the best of Brown. He's got that spot. He's coming. The laps are clicking away. Don't know if there's enough time for the 51 to get there. Next on his hit list is the 45 of Al Corey. Good racing, good show. Glad you are watching. Oh, battle now for 2nd. I think Cinderella has a curfew. And the fairy godmother says, I can't get you any more on those tires. You're about to turn into a pumpkin. Mark Hertzog. He was racing about 3rd or 4th before he dipped the strategy. He's going to be racing 3rd or 4th afterwards. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the good thing is he's got the outside in her preferred lane right now, so if he can just keep that working, maybe pinch down the car on the inside there and press, he might be able to make something work.
Oh my goodness, let's go back and look at the 51 Steve McClendon. You'd say a preferred line is the inside. There is no preferred line for the 51. Man, he pins down Corey. Oh, those guys are so close, but the 51 rolls the top. He's quick down low, he's quick up top, he's quick down the middle. He is Steve McClendon.
Yeah, that was really impressive pass. Not only that, the way he was leaning on the car on the inside,
Yeah.
they were both able to keep it going.
Let's go back up to 2nd. Hertzog did such a good job of protecting the inside when he had Cummins behind him. Now he's stuck on top. I'm not sure if he's not better up there.
The only thing you got to think about is if you're on this lane right here, is getting the run off. You've got to beat a full line on that last lap, so definitely keep that in mind.
I don't know if anybody has anything for Alan Cummins, but I'm telling you right now, Hertzog, Kress, Winstead, you got to watch out. The 51 is a coming.
Yeah, the other thing to keep in mind, the 97 earlier that let Kress go there, might have just been trying to save his stuff that you see him bring
iRacing put out a brand new build. There's lots of new features in it. What they needed to do is put a horn in for Splendid. He's coming. Look at this battle now. Hertzog has lost 2nd. He's back in 3rd. Hartman thinks the 97 is going to be good. Again, Hertzog with a good drive off the wall. Coming right down. Great camera shot. Oh, you can feel the wind, the vibration as they go by. Love this shot too. Let's stay on this for a couple laps. Here they come around. This is like you're in the stands. What I like about this is the person in front of me doesn't stand up and block my view. Look at that. They go around again, side-by-side racing. From the grandstands at Five Flag Speedway.
You see the 51 right now. He's just trying to figure out which lane he wants to take here. Looks like he's thinking outside.
Yeah, no, that's not where you want to go. Hertzog is cooked. If he's listening to the broadcast, that's where you want to be, behind the 97. My partner likes the 97. I like the 97. Hertzog is going the wrong direction. And I'm talking to Steve McClendon, and he's listening to me. Now, the 97's got to do his job. This is making the 83 of Adam Bossy. Remember him? He was racing up for him for a while.
And definitely see the 97 getting a little squirrely on exit here, trying to get a good launch off, and he's trying to get really low, and it's just made him kind of wiggle a little bit to keep Hertzog with him. So we'll see if he'll be able to get a good launch here.
A lot of weird things happen in Florida. We do not want to see a 3-wide incident there. Congratulations. Oh, my goodness, that was splendid. He's so fast, but he's got nowhere to go. But now he is to the inside of Hertzog, who finds a little bit of the wall. How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat? Hertzog, knowing what the wall is about. Steve Clinton on the move.
Now the 97 got clean. He's driving away, but it's probably a little bit too late on that. Plenty of room.
The 57 got very loose on the inside. I'm sorry, no, the 51, apologies, of McClendon. Gave a little bit of advantage there to Hertzog. I think all the work that McClendon is doing is going to come back to haunt him here at the end. He might not have the stuff to race for these final laps.
Yeah, you just got to do your best at this point. Try to roll the corner the best you can. Obviously keep it down, but don't put too much wheel in and get loose on the exit.
You can hear Steve saying, Mark, you're not doing either one of us any favors here. Give me the spot, tuck him behind me. Keep the 83 behind us. Bossy says, keep racing, boys. And now the 45 of Corey is there. Here comes the 76 as well. Is he a lap down? He is indeed. He's 80 laps down. He is indeed 70 more 9 times.
Now you can see the 51 going to the corner here. He's going to probably try to push it a little bit, see if he can clear a mark, which you definitely do coming off the floor here. Pop and take another spot here before the end of the race.
So he moves up now into 4th position, but the cost of 4th position is going to be great. I think he used up a lot to get around Hertzog. Hertzog now paying the price. A little bit of a bump. Herzog's up in the marbles. Gets it worked out. In last position, Corey to Bossy. Now about to lose one there. I can get that 76 out of there. That is James Honeycutt. You're doing fine, James. Don't cause any trouble. Honeycutt, 80 laps down in 20th.
Definitely not missing anything up in front. Pretty much driving away at this point. We got Crest in second, and the 97 slowly creeping back in at Crest, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get to him.
I've been doing this a long time, and I'll tell you right now, the rules package did not have me confident coming into this race. I thought we were going to have an ugly one. It has been anything but. Great show put on by the drivers, great show put on by the track, and the greatest of them all, the man who's been out front for so many, 106 laps indeed, is Alan Cunliffe.
Yeah, definitely impressive to see how, tight these guys have been able to run with each other. It's been as clean as it can be. So definitely a good job by everybody out there tonight.
We did a big thing about setting this up. Here on VGN, we not only like to tell the story of the race, we like to tell the story of the season as well. And I think conspicuous by his absence is your points leader, Merritt, not here today. So I pretty much guarantee we'll have a new leader in the points when we go to round 4. And there you have it, the checker flag for Alan Cunliffe. Brad Crest will get second. Chad Winston will take third. Steve McClendon tries. He might will have to settle for 4th. Al Corey gets 5th. But congratulations to our race winner. He had it all his own way, leading 109 of the 150 laps. It is Alan Kunman. With that, we'll take a short break, but don't go far. Our broadcast is not over. We'll come back, run down the entire finishing order, talk to some of the drivers before we put a lock in the gate. You're watching the Virtual Group Network. From Flag Speedway, it's the Virtual Grip Network's Live as It Happens coverage of the Triple Bypass ARCA series. It's season number 9. More particular, it's the third round, the Premier Racing Setup 150. The results are in. Let's give them to you now. Well, with his grandma Trula watching from her wheelchair in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, Alan Kunman starts in second, races up front the whole time, leads 109 of the possible 150 laps to get the win and move well up in the point standings. In second, he raced up front the whole time, was Brad Kress. Chad Winstead had a nice run, started in seventh. In third, perhaps the star of the show, he just needed himself another 20 laps to get it done, as Steve McClendon, he'll come home in fourth with Al Corey right behind him. The back half of your top 10 Well, that's Adam Bosey, Mark Hertzog, who did it on, well, 6 tires, 4 and then an extra 2. Then it is Sid Keshishian in the 8th position. Mark Harmon behind him. And rounding out your top 10, it is Justin Baxter.
All right, and finishing in 11th was Dylan Freeman. Sitting in 12th was Jeff Slaughter. Ward Fisher for 13th. And 14th, you have Caleb Brown. 15th is Mark Gerald. 16th is Adam Shaw. 17th is Donald Rustow. 18th is Nicholas Deal. James Honeycutt in 19th. And Curtis Mitchell in 20th.
Then completing only 1 lap with Matthew Epting, as he calls it, an early day here in Florida. With that said, let's go ahead and talk to our race winner. I believe I get the honors of doing this one. Let's go ahead and dial up Alan Kunman. Nice job, Alan. You had it all your own way. Restart's probably the biggest issue.
Hey, yeah, appreciate it. Restarts were tough. The last one, I do want to say on that last one, I definitely jumped it, but I tried to check up enough to give it back to Mark. I think he was first one to the line. I hope he was.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
had you were out there long. You were out there a good 3/4 of a car length before you got off the throttle.
yeah, I'm just so used to a restart zone, and they do things a little different here. So I just once we hit the end of the restart zone, I was like, just thinking he was going to go, so I went, and then he didn't go, so I stopped going, and yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
it was a long race. I don't know if it's you started in second, and I think you might be the only one early on. You made that outside line work. You got to the front, and then on those restarts, you all had the inside. Was the inside line the place to be?
I feel like it was. The outside lane, I've gotten into work the last couple weeks between here and Richmond. I don't know. I just feel like I'm pretty good at kind of pinching guys down and just trying to get the best run I can off the top, and trying to clear them. I know at the start of the race, it took me about 5 or 6 laps to clear Adam. But yeah, I'd say the inside was definitely the place to be.
Based on pit stop time, we think that Hertzog took 2 to get that track position to get up front. He made you work, but you finally got him. It was tough.
Yeah, he definitely took 2, because my guys weren't even done changing the right size, and he was gone. So I told my teammates that he took 2, and I thought I thought on that following restart that I had burned my stuff up trying to get back around him, but I was trying to keep the guys behind me as well. But once I finally cleared them, I just went back into save mode and was able to have enough tire left at the end.
We'll get you out of here. This is a VGN. We're just learning to know all you guys. So tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from? What you do?
I live in little old Blackstone, Virginia. Just get on here a couple nights a week, race with some guys. I've met a lot of guys in person in real life through iRacing, so
Oh,
it's a pretty awesome platform. Had a couple teammates in here, Adam Bossy, Justin Baxter, and Chad Winstead. So met all those guys. Um, Other than that, just work, take care of the kids and wife, and get on here a couple nights a week and just have some fun, escape reality.
get you out here on an easy one. What's the wife's name?
Samantha.
Samantha. That's a good one.
Yep.
What's her nickname?
I don't have Honey.
Honey.
Honey is her nickname. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yep.
Congratulations on the win. Good luck to you. See you down the road.
Thanks.
All right. Samantha's man picks up the win, leading 109 laps. All right, partner, who you got?
Looks like I am going to have the 3rd place finisher tonight of Chad Winstead. Chad, you got me.
I got you guys.
Man, starting in 7th up to 3rd. What was your strategy for tonight?
Go fast, don't die, and take care of the tires. Feel like I did a good job with the second and the third one of those. The go fast, not so much. Still was able to come home 3rd, which was pretty good, but didn't feel like I quite had the speed to compete with Alan up there.
Gotcha. I got to say, I was definitely watching you throughout the race, especially just a little earlier. I was watching you with Crest there, and you let him go. And I was just like, I wonder if that's a strategy to try to save your stuff a little bit, and hopefully you can get back to him a little later. What was your mindset right there?
Yeah, it was exactly that. I felt like Brad was rolling the corner a little bit better than I was, and I was trying to save a little bit for the end. so far in these cars, in the ARCA cars, it doesn't seem to matter as much as I think. So yeah, definitely let him go. Brad and I have raced together for a while now. So we have a pretty good respect for one another. So I felt like he was the faster car, let him go so I could try to save and get back around him.
Yeah, definitely got to say, watching you guys, the first time covering you guys this week, so a lot of respect out there. I was really impressed with how tight you guys can get onto each other without really causing wrecks for the most part. A lot of good, clean short track racing there, so I was definitely impressed with that. So you guys got something going on here. I got to admit that.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I love about this league. I've only been a part of this league for now. This is the second season I've ran with these guys. I didn't even run full time last year. But that's kind of what has prompted me to stay. I raced with Brad and Alan, Adam, Bossy, those guys in another league, and that's kind of how we found our way over here. And yeah, so far it's been some of the most fun racing I've had on iRacing. A lot of really good, hard, clean battles, like you saw if you were looking when me and Mark were side by side for so many laps on old tires, and just it's so much fun racing with these guys. Everybody races clean, respectfully, like you said, and yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely good when you can have, a lot of fun, and it's definitely clean, respectful racing. Everybody looks for that kind of stuff, so it's definitely a good thing. So pretty much what Soup did with Alan there. It's a VGN being new to you guys. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so live in Greenville, North Carolina. I'm a marketing and e-commerce manager of an aviation company, and then also have a photo and video business on the side. So the definitely stay pretty busy with work, and this iRacing is a good escape a couple nights a week. Um, Escape from reality, and it's fun living out your virtual racing dreams, and it's a lot of fun to get to do it with these guys. Um, I also have a track car, a Honda Type R, that I do a little bit of road course racing on from time to time, and that's pretty much it.
Like I say, you got definitely plenty going for you, and definitely being able to have the advantage, well, not advantage, but the opportunity to have a real, car to go with it is definitely an awesome thing to have. So with that, definitely great job with the third place finish tonight. And lastly, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, thank my wife Beth if she's watching out there for supporting me and let me do this, of course. And shout out to the Pilot John crew if they're watching, and my QCR teammates. We got Alan Kunman, Adam Bossy, and our honorary guys Justin Baxter and a couple of other guys in here that runs with us from time to time. Brad, like I mentioned, he's not a teammate but a friend, and um, yeah, shout out to all those guys. Terry Brooks is another one, good friend here, and like Alan said earlier in his interview, it's always fun to get together with those guys at the real races. That we go to the Coke 600 together every year, and it's a lot of fun.
Definitely awesome to personally know some people, or the people that you wind up meeting through iRacing. Definitely an awesome thing. So great job tonight. Third place finish for Chad Winstead, and got to say, always make sure you thank the wife there, Soup.
Indeed. And he knows the VGN rule. Not only did he thank the wife, but he did it by name. Beth, congratulations. Hope you're watching. And, well, your man did real well with a third place finish here tonight, Chad Winstead. With that said, our racing is done. The interviews are done. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to watch it again, we'll be on next week. I believe. I could be wrong, but we're coming up. What you can do is read the little sign that the director's putting on there right now. We're going to Bristol, going to Langley again for a different series. Oh my goodness, we like Langley, and I got some good NASA conspiracy stories to tell you if I'm doing one of those broadcasts. And then, of course, the new Smyrna Speedway. And you don't want to miss VGN Weekly. My goodness, it's a great show. Drops every Tuesday. All right, and I named it correctly, which makes the man who pays the bills very happy. With that said, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If not, we'll try to do better next time. Until then, have fun storming the castle.